All right. So, as I like to say, as long as everything is working the way that it needs to be working, then we are live. So, hello and welcome to everyone who is watching the Written in Melanin channel. Wherever this day may have found you, I'm so glad that you are here. My name is Chelsea, and I write books about Black girls who aren't all that nice. And we are here to do some writing sprints today, you guys. I was a little on the fence of if I was even going to do a stream today, only because I was just like, I am really not in the best space mentally to do sprints. And I'm like, I am at a point in the story where I'm just like, I know where I need to go. I'm just not sure how to get there. And I was just like, I'm tired. I could just really take a nap. But here we are. We're here to be productive. We're here to get stuff done because I was like, I can't just like nap and expect the book to get done. So we are here to try to get some words in, and as you guys can probably see on screen, my goal for today is like 2,500 words. So, and I'm starting in the negative because I have talked about this before on like various platforms. But the thing about Dabble is it tracks like how many words you need that day to make progress towards your ultimate goal, which for me is about like 110,000 words because that's how long We Are the Origin was, right? And when you get rid of words that you previously wrote, it counts that. It's not like, oh, you're still at zero. Like, no, you have to make up for those words and then you have to get that. So I guess my goal is actually closer to 3,500 words today, but you know, we're not going to think about that. We're not going to think about that. Milestones, milestones. But yeah. Also, Cameo is here. Hello, friend. How are you? How are you doing? And of course, if you guys are watching this, let me know what you are working on, what you're hoping to accomplish, so on and so forth. Even if it's not writing related and you're just using this for productivity, let me know how you're doing. But yeah, since my word count for today is kind of high and I'm not feeling super rambly at this point, we will probably jump into the first sprint in about 2 minutes. So about 5 minutes after the hour. Um, but yeah, as for me, I've done a little bit, as you can tell from the negative number, I have done a little bit with the story already. And the thing for me is the stuff that I have removed, like I kept, I think I'm just going to move it to a different point in the story. But like, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm the type of person where I can't necessarily work around like extra chapters in my story. So it's just like, okay, I'll come back to this, but I'm going to move it to like another document and just hang on to it so that I'm not constantly looking at it and being like, where does this fall in the story? So yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but that's how my process works. Also, Essie is here. Hello, good morning. How are you? What are you working on? I hope you're having a good day. Let's see here. Cameo said I'm in the same crappy mental health boat and trying to get a little done on my working project. I don't know. Is there like a planet in retrograde right now? Because I feel like the last time everybody was like in a bad mental state, it was because Mercury was like in retrograde or something like that. And I'm just like, whoo, buddy. It's just, yeah, it's been a challenge. And I don't know why, because I'm like, for all intents and purposes, things are going well. Like, I'm being productive. The second book is getting done. I am working on getting a cover. I am like this close to having a cover for book 2. And I'm just like, the Melanin Library relaunched the website. So now it's all like clean and fast and smooth. And the newsletter has been going out consistently. I've been consistent with so much stuff. But like mentally, I'm just like, yeah, I'm checked out. I'm checked out. And I don't know why. I don't know why. So we're going to work on that. But yeah. Um, let's see here. As you said, going to continue working on my historical fantasy. Awesome. Good luck. And Morgan's here as well. Hello, hello. Good morning. And it is 5 minutes after, you guys. So like I said, I'm not going to keep rambling. We are going to go ahead and jump into this sprint. So, I think I have it set for 30 minutes. So 30 minutes on the clock, and happy sprinting, you guys. I lied. It's 25 minutes, but you get the idea. 25 minutes on the clock. All right, you guys. So that is it for that first sprint. So let me know how you did, what you did, all that good stuff. And this is also your free reminder that you need to stretch, break, drink some water, take some deep breaths, do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. And yeah, let me know how things are going for you guys. As for me, um, I'm still, I'm still in the negative. I'm up to, down to, however you want to look at it, negative 433, and I think I started out with like negative 1,000 and some. So, mental math, roughly 600 words, give or take. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really keeping count of my exact word count. Only because like I can't think about the numbers right now. I just need to get this written. So yeah. But let me know how you guys are doing down in the comments below. We're going to take a 10-minute break, so we have about 8.5 minutes left on the clock, and then we will jump into our next sprint. And like I said, if you need snacks or anything, go ahead and get them. Do what you got to do. Personally, I'm over here snacking on chickpeas and some like orange tea that I made for myself before I started the stream, and it's been really helpful. I don't know, eating for your brain and being creative. Great, it's wonderful. So, if you guys saw me munching, that's what it is, and I'm eating them with chopsticks only because I had to make them with like avocado oil, and I didn't want to get my hands all greasy and then like go back to typing. So, yeah. Um, let's see here. Ooh, Afro Faye is here. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I joined while at work because I'm naughty. Love it. But no idea how much I was able to actually write. That's fair. That's fair. As long as you're being productive, that is the goal of doing the sprint. So, hope you're having a good day at work. I feel like it's probably going well if you can also write while you're there. So, like, let's count our wins. Let's see here. Cameo said, finish writing my affirmations and I'm ready to get into it. Whoop, whoop. How do you like affirmations? Just out of curiosity, because there was a time on TikTok where I feel like every other video was like an affirmation song. And I'm not gonna lie, I saved some of them. But I feel like affirmations are cool, but I don't know if they really work, at least for me. But maybe I'm not consistent enough with them to really see any effect, because I always think about the time. Ooh, what is that woman's name? I can't remember her name, but there's this famous actress. And she was also always talking about how, like, in the morning when she was getting dressed or whatever, one of the things that she always does after she brushes her teeth, you know, she grabs the corner of her mouth and then she looks in the mirror, and she's like, pretty bitch. And I'm just like, okay, like, hype yourself up in the morning, I guess. But I was just curious. I was just curious how you guys feel about it. I'm definitely a proponent of like being nice to yourself, but also I'm also the person where I'm just like, bruh, let's not shame our future self. You know, I feel like the thing that motivates me is like, I don't want my future self to be ashamed of me. I don't know. I don't know. That's just me though. That's just me. Let's see. It's more of a mantra. A few sentences I repeat to myself to help get my mind right. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I guess I don't know. Maybe I need to retrain my brain, because mine is just kind of like either we're gonna do it or we're not. It's A or Z. I don't know. Maybe I like internalize Yoda. I don't even watch Star Wars or Star Trek or anything like that. But you know the Yoda line of what do or do not. There is no try. I don't know. I guess I just kind of like embody that in my spirit, because it's just like either I'm going to do something or I'm not going to do something. There is no in between. So that's just me. That's just me. But yeah. Um oh, my brain stopped in the middle of a train of thought. Oh well. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. um that being said, slight plug, if you're here and you haven't heard about We Are the Origin, highly recommend that you check out my book. You know, if you like black characters and assassins and a little bit of murder, a little couple of animal familiars who are also incredibly dangerous and savage, I mean, get into it. I've been told that it's a pretty good book, and I'm biased. I also think it's a pretty good book, but you guys can for sure check it out. It's I don't know which way this camera is facing. Here we go. We Are the Origin. It's the first book in a fantasy series, and I'm actually working on book 2 currently. So, slight plug in case I didn't mention that. Also, y'all, if you have read the first book, I am working on this scene, and it's from Sarah's perspective, and I'm just like, I don't know at what point my brain decided to make this girl clumsy, but now I'm low key regretting it because I'm like, if this girl does not walk from point A to point B without tripping over something, I'm gonna be stressed. And I'm like, I don't know why I did this to myself. I don't. I don't. um, but yeah, let's see. Inspiration, motivation flow through me onto the page. Ooh, I like that. Inspiration and motivation flow through me onto the page. I like that. I'm going to take that. So appreciate it. Let's see here. A wonderful read, but a wonderful read from the. A wonderful read from the. But I've gotten through. Okay. Okay, a wonderful read. I've gotten through so far. I'm so excited to see how it all turns out. Oh, yay! 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 Okay. I hope you continue to enjoy it. And yeah, yeah. I don't know. I guess I know I'm not the only person, but I love when people are like, "Yeah, I read your book and I really enjoyed it." I'm like, "Ah, you did? That's so great! That's amazing!" So yeah. Um, I don't know. I saw this conversation on Twitter or whatever, and I y'all, I feel like Twitter always has something to be upset about, angry about. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know. When it comes to like fantasy and stuff, people are always like, diversity and stuff, right? But then also like this idea that it's wild for like black people to be in fantasy. And I'm like, why is this so weird to some people? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like I don't know, that's really weird energy to me because I'm like, you can imagine like a talking alien, right? And you can even like commercialize it with giant ears and then make a baby version of it. But then you can't you can't imagine like a black person, like an actual black person that you have seen in real life being in fantasy. That's so weird to me. Like but I guess we're not going to get into that conversation. It was just as I'm scrolling Twitter sometimes, it's just some of the things that people choose to like take a stance on and to then like verbalize and put on the internet for all to enjoy for like the rest of time. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I wouldn't have gone with that take, but like, that's fine. That's fine, I guess. But as for me, I'm going to continue to write characters that are black and stories that are like black, and I'm just going to keep rolling with it. That's just going to be what it is. And it's so fun. Like honestly and truly, I talked about it in my last like writing update about why I write why I didn't try to like query my book or whatever. And I just right now, like at this point in my life, that's the thing that I'm kind of stuck on. It's just like how I did this review or whatever. And you guys can watch the full video if you want, if you're interested. But the Cliff Notes version of it is basically I submitted my book to like Writer's Digest or whatever. And whether you win or not, they send you back a review from like an industry professional, right? And basically, my whole review from this person or this judge or whatever was like, the book is great, but I didn't get it. And I was just like, what do you mean you didn't get it? Because the other thing is, it's just like, my story is black. Like, I'm not going to pretend like it's not. But also, like, the concepts in it make sense within the world. So, like, even if you have never met a black person in your life, the context of the book still makes sense within the context and the confines of the book. So, whenever people are like, I didn't get it, I didn't understand, I'm just kind of like, but did you try? Because this isn't rocket science. I'm not out here explaining high level theories to you. It's really just like, but did you read it though? Or did you get caught on the fact that I was like, this character has dark brown skin and cornrows and she's beautiful. And everybody in this world, everybody that she interacts with acknowledges that she's beautiful. And they're not fawning over the girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. Is that the thing that got you caught up? Or was it just like actually confusing for you? Because I have questions. But I digress. We don't have enough time to dissect that train of thought. So we're not even going to go down that path. Also, I agree with Afrofight. People get mad over the weirdest things. And it's just like, I don't know. This is a weird hill for you to pick to die on. I don't get it. Read Love Listen is also here. Hello. Welcome. Heading home, then we're joining. Awesome. Sounds good. And yeah, people don't understand the concept of culture. And the thing is, okay, quick thing, and then we're going to jump into this next sprint. But the concept of culture, especially when it's confined within a very unique world, it's just like, I don't understand how that's confusing. So it's just like, does all fantasy confuse you? Because some people don't get into fantasy, and I'm like, okay, that's valid. That's a real thing. But if it's just kind of like, I couldn't get into it because the culture specifically is not mine, I'm like, we should probably unpack that. We should probably talk to some people who don't look like us at some point in our life. We should probably not center ourselves so much that everyone else becomes oblivious. But, who am I to tell people how to live? But again, I am not going to continue to rant. We are going to go ahead and jump into this next sprint. So going to put 25 minutes on the clock. And I'm going to put the music back on, so you guys feel free to do what it is that you do, and I will check in with you guys in 25 minutes. So happy writing, you guys.
What are you doing, man? Is we gonna kick a beat or what?
We're gonna kick the beat. We're gonna kick the
Yo,
ill
we'll
beat.
drop it.
right, you guys, that is it. So, let me know how you did, what you did, all of that good stuff. We're going to take a 10-minute break. So, your reminder to stretch, breathe, drink some water, do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. Not me stuttering like a broken record. Okay. So, yeah, take care of yourself. Let me know how you guys are doing, how your productivity is coming along, so on and so forth. That being said, let's see here. Margaret came in. Hello, Margaret. How are you doing? Hope you are doing well. In case you guys are unaware, Margaret on her channel, I got to hang out with her and a couple of other really awesome people to kick off February for the Black Author Tuber Readathon. So if you missed it, you can for sure head over to her channel and check that out. Margaret, I am going to give you a nice little wrench so that you can drop a link to the panel that we did in your channel and such. So yeah. Also, Imani is here. Hello, welcome, new subscriber. Whoop whoop. That just made my day. That just made my day. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you like it over here in this little corner of bookish YouTube. We write, we talk about writing, and we talk about books and things of that nature. So I hope you like it here. How are you doing? And yeah, nice to meet you as well. So yeah, and also Margaret, yes. I talked about this earlier in like before I did the first sprint, but to be honest, I wasn't going to sprint today, but what had happened was, if I'm being completely honest, is I told my husband that I wasn't going to sprint, and he just looked so sad. Like, what? You're not going to sprint? And I was just like, okay, well, if you're going to guilt trip me like that, I guess I'll go ahead and do it. So here we are. And also, I wanted to be productive. So yeah. Also, the app that I'm using, I know that on YouTube, like at large, I think it's StreamYard that most people use. I'm using Streamlabs, and it's a lot easier to customize, and it's free to customize and make it look how you want to. So like you can have like the chat on screen and the timer and everything else. But the app that I'm using is it's called KeyPress Hero. That's a paid app with Streamlabs, but it tracks your keystrokes, so it shows up on stream. And the actual word count that I'm using is just like a screen grab from my like writing software. So it's just updating as I write. But yeah, I thought it looked pretty cool, so I'm glad that it's appreciated. So yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. I think I got myself on a path I like in my story. Finally broke through the block. Whoop whoop. Congratulations. I love being able to like when you get to that point where you're like, okay, I know where this is going. So yeah, I'm happy for you. Me personally, I am doing something I don't normally do, and that is jumping around in a scene. Something I have been doing more lately that I've never done before is I know I'm sure y'all have heard other writers talk about it if you watch like writing content, but how people will like put into their story and like brackets or whatever, and to be like, hey, come back and add description here or add a number here. Like, not gonna like dwell on this right now. I have been doing that more lately, and it's just like, so this last sprint, I was just like, okay, let me go back because and this is not a spoiler, but in the world of We Are the Origin, there's a queendom, and in order for there to be like succession of power or whatever, there has to be a bid for the throne, right? So I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, I kind of have to explain this in a little bit more detail so that it makes a little bit of sense. So that's what I've been working on, like trying to make it make sense. Make it make sense. So it's been interesting because I'm not blocked necessarily, but I'm just like, how do I get from point A, which is Sarah's perspective, to some of the more interesting stuff that happens at point B with Brandy's perspective, you know? Trying to make that work. But that's kind of where I'm at. So yeah. Let's see here. Benjamin said, good second sprint. Slowly but surely getting things done. Whoop whoop. And if you guys don't know, Benjamin's my husband, so really proud that he's getting the stuff done, especially since he's at work and needs to be productive. So whoop whoop. Cameo got 82 words into describing a new fantasy element. Awesome. Morgan said, I don't remember where I started writing, but I'm at 1,310 for the day. Whoop, whoop. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. You better get those words in, Morgan. Let's see here. Power of guilt trips. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. But let's see here. Didn't get any work in progress writing done, but I've sent 3 emails, which is impressive because sending emails is a task all of its own that takes a very unique skill set and a unique mindset. Also, thanks to Ben for coming in clutch. Y'all, truly, truly, it's Benjamin. I hope you appreciate all this praise. Just so y'all know, side note that I don't think I've ever mentioned on the internet before. I need y'all to know, if you've read the book, that all of like the pride of the Rothians comes from living with Benjamin. He's got the pride of Roth, let me tell you. So I'm sure y'all giving him all this praise and thanking him, stroking his ego. Appreciate that. And let's see here. Margaret dropped the links to the panel and the readathon. So for sure, check that out. And if you are watching this in the future, you can go click to the right of the video and watch the live replay, and you can get the links there as well. So slowly making a dent in my word count goal for the day. Love that for you. Amani says, love it. It's very engaging. Whoop, whoop. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And let's see here. Morgan said, I'm experimenting with writing scenes out of order to see if I can get past my block. So we'll see how that works out. Yeah, let me know. Like I said, that's not my bag. That's not something that I'm good at. I know this, but it's, I don't know. I know that there's some merit to it. Just like I said, there's some authors who write things that they know don't belong in their story. So like if they're writing, they'll just write like the word elephant or something in their story. And then when they need to go back and add things, they'll just do like a word search for the word elephant and be like, oh, I need to add stuff. I feel like if I did that, I would have a bunch of random elephants in the finished version of my book. So I use brackets, but yeah. Not Benjamin out here agreeing with me. See, this is what I'm saying. Pride of Roth. The pride of Roth. And also, if you read my book or you hear someone talking about my book and they say Roth, please know that the character's name is Roth. It's a very, how do I put it? It's a very English thing. But I have a degree in speech language pathology, which means I studied language for 4 years at college, and I started grad school for it. And I just need y'all to know that when you have a silent E at the end of a word, it makes the vowel in the middle long. So his name is Roth, not Roth. It's Roth. Just throwing that out there. Quick little vocabulary lesson. But yeah. And it doesn't make me mad or anything, but I was just like, I guess I've never actually said this on the internet so that people know. But yeah, his name is Roth. So let's see here. Oh, author JC Carpenter is here. Hello, welcome JC. I hope you're doing well. How are you doing? Let's see here. Hopefully I haven't missed the entire stream. How is everyone doing? Nope. Also, you guys can let me know. As you can see, my word count I'm at 194 of like 2,500 words. So I will probably be sprinting for a good little while yet. Have not missed anything. We've got about a minute and a half before we jump into our next sprint. Sprints are 25 minutes. So yeah. Also, let me know how you guys are doing. Because I will definitely stay here until I get my word count. As long as Benjamin brings me like food and snacks, I can get this done. My goal is to get as many words done as possible. Because truly I need to make some progress on this because my cover artist is this close to having the cover done, and it's February, and I'm trying to reach out to my beta readers in March, and I want to have like at least 2/3 of the book done by the time I reach out to them so that I can give them a very more specific, like, hey, you should have the book by this date and know that it'll actually be accurate. So that's what I'm aiming for, but we'll see how that works out. Let's see here. Ooh, my brain stopped working and I forgot how to read for a second. Hold on. Okay. It would get tangled for me too. What did this elephant mean? That elephant, just like, yep. And honestly, y'all, I am not good with like colored sticky notes or whatever. I know that some people like absolutely love them, but I will forget the system for the sticky notes. So that doesn't work for me either. It just has to be whatever I'm feeling like at that moment. Yep, rope, not romp. Sixth grade, fifth grade. Honestly, I taught second grade, and that's where I taught it in 20 whatever. So yeah, um, sprints are helping me write the second novel. Whoop whoop, love that. I'm going to stick around for as long as possible. So whoop whoop, and ooh, JC started Morgan's book. So just so you guys know, obviously AuthorTube, but please check out the channels of the other people in the chat, because a lot of them have their own channels and a lot of them also have books of their own. I know Morgan has hers. I have her book on my Kindle. Margaret has a book out. JC also has a book, and Jay Monet is working on a book. So there are lots of people out here. Obviously, we're all sprinting. So be sure to check each other out, make friends, all that good stuff. That is me pretending to be an extrovert for all of 5 seconds, and we are going to get back. Ooh, I clapped. I'm so sorry if that was loud in your ear. I am so sorry. My bad. Anyway, we are going to get back to to these sprints. I'm going to put 25 minutes on the clock. I'm going to put the music back on. And as always, you guys, I hope you are productive and get done whatever it is that you need to get done. And I will check in with you guys in 25 minutes. So until then, happy writing, you guys.
Is everybody in the groove? Well, stick around. We're just warming up, baby.
All right, you guys, that is it. So, just like before, let me know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. And this is your free reminder to get up out of your seat, stretch, take deep breaths, drink some water, get some snacks, do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. I don't know why I keep stuttering over that, but yeah. And also let me know how you did in the comments. So I am officially up to 723 words. So whoop whoop, feeling pretty good about that. I still have like a 2,000 some words to go, but we are getting there. We are making. Do I have 2,000? No, I have 1,000 and some. Look at that. Look at that. Making progress. So as for me, I have decided that I'm going to go back because I realized that part of the reason that I was having issue with like this connective piece in the next part of the story is literally because I did not write a scene in one of the earlier chapters. So I spent a little bit of time just like going back and kind of glancing over it, and I was just like, oh, okay. I kind of need this one scene between Brandy and Najee to happen so that everything else that's coming up will make sense, because there are a lot of like I don't know. I don't I guess my book has a lot of characters, but like there are significant ones and then there are like minor characters. But a lot of the minor characters are like moving pieces. Like they're doing other things while we're following the main cast. And so I was like, in order for this other stuff to make sense, which is why I was kind of running into this obstacle of trying to like write this connective piece or whatever, I was like, I need to have this earlier scene in the book explaining what these other characters are doing so that when they show up again, their significance is like relevant. So that's what I'm working on now. And I find it so much easier to write Brandy's perspective than Sarah's perspective, only because Brandy is a lot more confident in like the way that she moves, and she's a lot more like emotionally mature in like dealing with things. I won't say emotionally mature. She deals with things in a way that I can understand, where she's just kind of like, yeah, no, we're not gonna deal with this right now. We're going to like table this thought and deal with it later. So writing her is really fun, and I actually really like writing scenes with her and Najee just because they have a dynamic that Brandy doesn't get to have with anyone else in the book, really, simply because Najee has known her for so long. So that's what I'm working on now, and what I'll be working on in the next sprint. But I'm feeling a lot better, having like at least figured at least some of this out. But yeah. Let's see here. Morgan got 560 words. Congratulations. Cameo said, way to go. I don't know if that's for me or it's for Morgan, but if it's for me, thank you. Ben said another good sprint. Yeah, got some good words in that time. Let's see here. Afrofaye got 2 pages, because I don't feel like counting them all. Fair. That's fair. Let's see here. J Monet, I don't have a word goal today, but I did complete a page of work from the last 2 sprints. Whoop whoop. Congratulations. I love that we're getting things done. So, like I mentioned in the last sprint, I am going to keep sprinting. So, if you guys are down for that, awesome. Continue to stick around. If not, I understand. And I hope that the rest of your day is good and productive. But yeah, I'm really excited that we're all getting these words. I love this. I love this for us. I really do. I really do. But yeah, so that being said, I do have a slight question for the chat, and that is just when you guys are reading, specifically like when you're reading to like reading as an author, I'll say, do you find yourself being like dissecting the story and being like, oh, I can use this, or oh, I can't use this? Or are you at a point where you're just like, yeah, I'm just going to read this for fun and I'm not going to like try to analyze it as an author? Because I have found that like even when I'm rereading my own stuff, I find that I am like tilting more towards the mindset of, oh, how do I like this as an author? How is this working on a craft level? Is this good? And I'm like, huh, maybe maybe we should maybe we should just see if this is enjoyable before we start dissecting it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one who does that, but yeah. Um, Relive Listen said, I'm being productive, still adulting. I got 142 words while on a call. I'm down for the sprint still. Awesome. And I need you to know that I have so much respect for you for being able to multitask, because I would not be able to talk to someone and write at the same time. I cannot multitask to save a life. I could do one thing at a time. That's it. That's it. But let's see here. Margaret said, I don't often dissect, but I do register when I think the author has put zero effort into setting, and that turns me off. Just did a DNF for one of those, but usually can just read for pleasure. Got you. Afroface said, I try not to, but I definitely do. Yeah, I try not to, but kind of like Margaret said, it's just like you can kind of tell when it was just like, yeah, there are some things that some authors just like, it could have been beefed up. This could have been better. This would have taken like 2 seconds to like improve on. And I guess I was just thinking about it because, like I said, I was reading back over some of the stuff that I wrote in the earlier chapters, which, by the way, I still like it. I still think it's fun. I really hope that people who read the first book will really enjoy the second book, because, man, I'm having a good time writing it. I'm not even going to lie. But I was just, like, reading over it, and I was just like, this works because, like, it's introducing, like, and I don't know. I saw a tweet, or rather, a tweet was made aware. I was made aware of a tweet. Does that make sense? Somebody that I follow saw a tweet and then they shared it. There we go. But there's this really popular author who is basically like using the phrase world building is lazy or whatever. And I was just like, I don't know, homie. I don't think I agree with that, especially when it comes to fantasy. Like, you have to build the world. Like, you have to let people know. And I'm like absolutely not a fan of like info dumping, but I am a fan of like making the world feel seen and lived in, you know? It's just kind of like the difference when like you're looking at a house and you can tell which one's new construction and was literally built for a specific purpose and which house has been lived in, you know? And I am of the mindset that when you're writing a story, you should be going for a house that feels lived in, you know? It shouldn't feel like, oh, this just sprung up out of nowhere because it needed to be here for plot, or it needed to be here for character development, or it needed to be here because reasons, you know? It's just like, this is a whole world. It existed before I started telling this story because this world has a history, and it'll still continue to exist when I stop writing the story because the world has a future or whatever, right? So, and yes, it was Stephen King who said that. And so I was just like, I don't know. I have this idea where for like my writing, I really want to be like casual world building. I want people to be able to like read the story and see the world without me having to show it to them, if that makes sense. And I don't know if that makes any sense, but as I was reading back through some of this stuff before, like to figure out where this chapter was going to go, I realized that, I don't know, I would call it casual world building, where it's just like the characters are interacting with the world and accepting things as fact and not questioning it because it's normal in that world, right? So like in 2023, none of us is going to question what it means to take a call. We're not going to imagine some giant rotary phone attached to the wall for the most part. If I said, "Oh, I had to go take a call," or whatever, you're going to imagine a cell phone, right? That's just a part of the world. That's just you casually interacting with it and accepting something as normal. And I don't know. I was just thinking about that, and I don't want to say I was patting myself on the back, but I was just like, "Oh, this is pretty nifty. This is pretty good." So yeah, I don't know. Do you guys feel that way when it comes to world building? Like that it needs to be, I don't want to say overt, but like you need to draw the reader's attention to it? Or do you prefer world building that's just kind of built into and like baked into the story? So yeah. Let me read these comments because I have been in my own little thought. Let's see here. Oh, I'm on hold trying to get a call. Got you. That makes sense. Um, Historical Scottish Isles. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see here. Mental health won't let me read for pleasure. I tend to dissect. Yeah, and I honestly, I would like to go back to reading for pleasure. I didn't know how good I had it until I couldn't anymore, but here we are. here we are. I feel like it makes my writing better, but it also makes it really hard for me to just like sit down and enjoy a book because I'm just kind of like, I don't know. This character development is weak, homie. What? I don't get it. I don't like I don't like it. And that makes me not want to finish the book. And it makes me feel like such a terrible person because I'm like, this character building is weak. This character development is not it. And I don't know, that just makes it hard. And especially when like a book is like hyped on the internet by like the bookish community as a whole. I'm like, am I the problem? Do y'all not see this? Is it just me? I feel like I'm the one person who's like, I see dead people, and everyone's like, sure you do. And I'm like, no, really. Okay, I'm gonna just roll with it. But yeah. Morgan said, I don't dissect much, if at all, when I'm reading. I tend to read exclusively for fun and don't normally read as an author. Got you. But yeah, Stephen King said that world building is lazy. So, yeah. You have to world build with purpose, spoken like the true husband of an author. So, yeah. Afrofae said, I don't agree with it. World building is important. How are we supposed to understand the world we're in without building it? Whack. That's what I thought. That's literally my thoughts on it. And I don't know how to turn off my edit brain unless it's something I wrote a long time ago. Things I'm currently working on get scrutinized and I don't know how to stop. No hand holding through the world. Okay, cool. I'm so glad to know that we're on the same page, y'all. That makes me feel great. It really does. But that being said, we are here to be productive. So, as always, just like the previous times before this, I'm going to add 25 minutes to the clock. We're going to get these words in or be productive, however it is that you need to be productive. I'm going to put the music on, and we are going to get these words in. So, happy writing, everyone. All right, you guys. So that's it for that sprint. Let me know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. We've got 10 minutes on the clock to take a break, breathe, stretch, get some snacks, do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. And Benjamin, if you're still listening to this, I would really love some water if you could be bothered to bring me some, just if you're still listening. But yeah. That being said, how'd you guys do? I have not been keeping up with my word count so far. But I know that I have I have 1,167 words so far, and I know that I started out at negative 1,000 today. So I've gotten roughly 2,000 words in on this stream, so I'm really grateful for that. And Benjamin was listening, so he's getting me some water. Love that. Appreciate it. What was I saying? Oh, this scene is coming along, so I'm excited for that. I am planning to hit my word count before I finish streaming. So if you guys were hoping that I would be around, I think I'm going to just go ahead and stay on stream until I hit my word count for today. So that'll probably be at least 2 more sprints, probably 3, but at least 2, depending on how well I can focus for the next little bit. Because I know that once I get off stream, I am not doing anything else. I will probably take a break, maybe play some video games, possibly read a book if I'm feeling ambitious, but I definitely see myself like calling it a day. So yeah. That being said, let's see here. Morgan got 406 words. So whoop whoop, congratulations. Love that we're being productive. And yeah. I was gonna ask you guys something. I don't know. I don't remember. My brain at this point is just like completely focused on the story and trying to find a natural way. Was the dog in here?
No.
Oh, thank you. Huh? Sorry. Ben brought me water, you guys, and my dog was down here, so I got distracted. Take him with you, because he'll distract me.
Alphonse, come here.
But
Alphonse. Come here. Alphonse.
He can stay, I guess, if he's just gonna stay. But
come on.
Yeah, okay, appreciate it. Sorry, you guys. Ben brought me water, and our dog was sitting at the sitting at the door, so he ran in. But if he's in here, he has very vivid dreams, and it's very distracting when I'm trying to write, when he's like running and barking and growling in his sleep. So yay, I needed him to go. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I don't know. Let's see here. Work distracted me, so only half a page. That's fair. That's fair. I'm here for that. If I'm not on someone's stream, I'll get distracted. I am literally the same way. I don't know if anybody else does this, but do y'all at random times just be on YouTube and look for writing sprints to see if anyone is live? And I don't know if it's just me, but if I'm going to do a sprint, I need it to be live. I don't really like watching replays because then I feel like I am not part of the productivity. I feel like it's a scam and my brain won't allow me to scam myself to be productive. So it has to be it has to be like in real time. Otherwise it doesn't work for me. That's also why if you're in the Discord for for the for the writers, the Melanin Network, it's just kind of like I'm always like, hey, are you guys writing at random times? Because I'm just like, I need some type of accountability. And if no one's available, I will 100% get on Twitter and be like, this is my accountability. Somebody out there needs to see that I am writing. Otherwise, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And also, did y'all run into the issue of like Twitter just straight up not working? Like I tried to follow someone and Twitter was like, you've hit your follow limit. And I'm like, I don't follow that many people. I know there's absolutely no way that I've hit this follow limit unless the follow limit is like 1. And then people were like, Instagram went down and then YouTube went down too. And I'm like, did I miss this? None of that went down for me, but who knows? Who knows? The world is being what the world is. So yeah. So okay, so yeah. It's not just my dog. So your dog does it too. But yeah, Morgan, you get me. You get me. So yeah, can't watch replays of writing sprints. It's not the same. It's not. It's not. And Relove List was like, I'm always looking for live sprints for reading, writing, and productivity. Even when they're speaking another language, I'm lurking. Plus, being on the West Coast, I miss out on a lot of U.S. sprints. That's fair. That's fair because y'all are like, what, 3 hours behind on the West Coast? So, yeah, I can understand that because, like, when I'm doing sprints at, like, 11 o'clock, that's what, like, 7 a.m. for you? Yeah, I can understand why you wouldn't be on board with that. Yeah, it was a bug. All of them went down intermittently yesterday. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. None of that went down for me, but I've noticed a lot of games have been having issues. Interesting. Look, if the internet is no longer interneting, I don't know what I'm gonna do because literally, aside from Ben, all the people that I talk to are over the internet. Most of the people I talk to, I have not actually met in person. So that will be interesting. Interesting. Reminder to drink your water. Whew. And I have so many cups and stuff over here. But yeah. Today's been the most productive writing day I've had in a while. Clearly, stream sprints is something I need to do. Truly, I found that I'm always more productive on sprints. So, slight plug. I know that Morgan does them on her channel. Ash Writes Lots does them on her channel as well. She's not doing them today, but I know that she does them on Thursdays at 6 o'clock. Morgan does hers every other Monday at, I think it's 9 a.m. my time, Eastern Standard. So I think it's like 8 o'clock Central, I want to say. So every other Monday. But yeah, she's in the chat. So just like click on her channel and like go subscribe because I like her sprints as well. There are some people, I'm not going to lie, y'all. I'm not going to lie. There are some people I've jumped into some sprints and I was just like, I think I've stumbled upon a cult. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Like, it was just, it was wild. And I was just like, wait a second. Like, literally, I clicked into it and they were like channeling the spirit of dead people. And I was just like, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I don't think this is for me. I think that I need to find some other type of sprints. So I was like, immediately no. I just came to write. I just came to be productive and put some words on paper. So I clicked out of that so fast. So yeah. I wish I had the channel name so that I could tell y'all, but I was just like, I don't need my IP address registered to this stream at this time. Let me click out. Let me click out. But yeah, some streams be wild, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. And also, I'm one of those people where I'm like, sometimes I just want to. Sometimes I just want to write. I don't want the chit chatty in between. I'm like, great. How do we do? Check in. Jump into the next one. And if y'all are part of the Discord server, then y'all know that sometimes I'm like, oh, great. We were writing? What? I can sit here and talk to you for like 45 minutes. But then there are other times I'm just like, do we need to talk? Are you sure? Like, could we just like get into the next one? Great. And Cameo knows. Cameo sprints with me all the time. Cameo's a real one, y'all. I seriously appreciate them. Y'all have no idea. Because every time I'm ready to sprint, Cameo is right there. Like, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get these words in. It's great. It's great to have friends like that, y'all. It really is. It really is. But yeah. And you gotta be careful out here on the internet. People be doing some wild things that you just be not prepared for. Not prepared for. Yeah. I will look it up and let you guys know. But it was, I don't even know if I'll be able to find it again. It was like it was like at 10 o'clock at night, Eastern Standard. And I was just like, I need some type of productivity, some type of accountability. So I just searched writing sprints or whatever in YouTube. And I just clicked on the first one that came up because the thumbnail seemed so innocent. And then I got in there and they were channeling something. And I was just like, what is this? And there were lots of like candles burning and a lot of like crystals and humming. And I was just like, nah, this isn't for me. This isn't for me. So yeah. Whew. I feel like the brief break in between sprints helps me to not tire. Yeah, I mean, the break definitely does help. But that's also why I have to set a timer for 10 minutes. Otherwise, I will sit here and not actually write. So yeah, channeling problematic spirits to write for them. I mean, look, whatever it needs to be, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Unless we, calling upon the name of Jesus, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't. I just really don't. That's the only dead person I'm trying to call out to. Okay? I'm not built for it. I'm not. Because, like, Aphrodite, not today saying, not today. But yeah. That being said, you guys, the timer is up. The only thing I don't like about this, I wish this thing had a sound or something that it played when it got to the end. Because sometimes I just be, like, in the zone. But yeah. Anyway, it is time for us to get back to the task at hand. So, as we have been doing, 25 minutes are going to be on the clock. I'm going to start the music, and this is your time to be as productive as you need to be, want to be, get whatever done, what you need to get done, and I will talk to you guys in 25 minutes. So, happy sprinting.
to tell you what's right or wrong. Yeah, they've probably been missing.
All right, you guys, that is it for that sprint. So let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. And yeah. Oh, I'm getting I think it's catching up to me, y'all. I think I'm getting tired. But I did pretty good that time. I'm up to 1,985 words, meaning that hopefully I will be able to finish this off in the next sprint. If my mental math is correct, then I think that's like 600 words. So I feel like I will be able to accomplish that in the next sprint. So at least that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. That being said, this is your reminder: stretch, break, drink some water, take care of yourself, all that good stuff. And let me know how you're doing. I definitely did not plan to sprint this long, but I am glad that we are being productive. This scene with Najee and Brandy is just kind of taking on a life of its own. So we will see how that works out by the end of this. But I am feeling optimistic. I feel like it'll add a lot of substance to the world and some of the stuff that Brandy is going through and is going to have to go through. And I don't know if you guys ever feel this way, but I feel like when you have like certain obstacles that your characters go through, especially with other characters, that you're just like, this needs to be addressed before we go on like to whatever comes next. You know? Like we can't just leave this elephant in the room. We're not going to tiptoe and dance around it. Especially Brandy, because she's a very direct person anyway. But let's see here. Another sprint down. Afrofae got another half a page. I really hope I might be able to finish this book finally. Whoop whoop. That's what we're going for. So I hope that you are able to get to the end of it, and I hope that it is everything that you want it to be. So I'm excited. JC said math. I can't math, but that sounds right. Yeah, I think that's right. I'm tempted to pull up a calculator to make sure my math is right, but I think it is. I think it's like 600 words left that I need. So yeah, 414 words and finish this chapter. So love that. I'm excited that you're finishing the chapters and getting it done, because honestly, I don't know if I ever said this, but like, you're the person who got me into being like, oh, I should stream, because I was watching your streams. And I was like, oh, that looks fun. That looks like something that I could do. So I'm really glad that you're getting your words in. I'm excited for you. I really am. Ben said, I can't wait to read it. Yeah, I'm going to have to clean it up. But in case you guys don't know, Ben is my primary feedback provider. And I will say this, if you can, I highly recommend that you get yourself a primary feedback provider, because having someone to read the chapters like as soon as I write them and give me feedback is so helpful in the process, so that I can be like, okay, this is good. I can build off of this, or I need to revisit this, because for the most part, most of the stuff that I write is pretty good. But there are definitely moments where I need Ben to be like, yeah, it's just like the writing's not bad, but this, like, plot wise, is not it. And it's just really helpful to just have someone just be like, I'm gonna go ahead and read it. And it's a little different from a critique partner, because, you know, with a critique partner, I feel like you're usually sending them multiple chapters or sometimes even the whole book, or it's a little bit different. But a primary feedback provider, it's just like someone, I'm not gonna say they're not a writer, but I feel like, if I'm just making this term up as I go along, I feel like a primary feedback provider would be like a reader who can actually tell you what they like and what they don't like and why. Like, they can actually have discussions with you about writing, but they're a reader. So it's not like they're trying to write their own stuff. So they have time to just like sit down and read. So if you send them like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 words, they can just sit down and read it and then talk to you about it. I feel like that's so helpful, and I feel like I wish more people would talk about that because beta readers are great and critique partners are great, but sometimes it's really I can't even tell y'all how amazing it is to have somebody just sit down the day you need feedback and to sit down and read it and give you that feedback, and you don't have to wait like a week. That's nice. It's nice. But yeah, uh Morgan is definitely someone to be in awe of. Absolutely. She's wonderful. She's absolutely wonderful. So, again, slight plug to follow her if you're not. She has dope content on her channel. I hang out for her writing streams, so that's always great. And she has been on the podcast. So if you guys want to know more about her book and stuff, you could always go to the Written Melon podcast and listen to her episode. So yeah, slight plug for that. And also one more time, please drink your water. Y'all, I am notorious for not keeping myself hydrated, so I'm trying to remind y'all to be better than how I normally treat myself. So drink your water, y'all, and remember to like stretch, get up out of your chair if you can. I'm not getting up out of my chair because I don't want to get out of frame, but take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. But let's see here. JC said, I get what you mean. I have two of my best friends who are not writers, but they are readers, and I run ideas and scenes past them a lot and be like, does this work? Right? And it helps so much. Like, I don't necessarily talk to Ben about the ideas and stuff before I write them, only because I really like getting that first reaction or whatever, and having it be like, oh, this is what I think, not knowing what I was getting into. Because like with readers, that's what it's going to be. They're not going to know what they're getting into. They're not going to have like a preemptive idea. They might have their like own theories and stuff, and I do talk to him about his theories and what he think will happen and so on and so forth. But it's also like I know what will happen or whatever, and it's just like I don't know. I don't like to tell him. I don't like to be like, so what do you think about if Sal did X, Y, and Z? Or what do you think if, Jack did this? I feel like that takes away from the feedback that he gives me because I don't know. Maybe it's just Ben. Maybe I'm just blessed. But the feedback that he gives really does shape the book. Because let me tell y'all, if y'all have read We Are the Origin, that whole prologue, first chapter, did not exist until Ben was like, it's not bad, but it's not good either. And that's exactly how he said. He's like, it's not bad, but it's not good either. And I was just so distraught. I mean, it came out fine, but still, you really kind of need someone like that in your life. At least that's what I feel like. That's what I feel like. But yeah, 332 words. Whoop whoop. And I need to drink something because I have been slacking. Yes, drink your water, take care of yourself, do what you need to do. All my non-writer friends aren't really readers, but I can totally see how useful that could be. Definitely a good thing to have. Yeah. And then also, like, I feel like TikTok, as wild as it is, I feel like that would be a really good place. Like, if I wasn't married to Ben, I feel like that would be a really good place to find readers who would actually, like, who you could connect with and, like, give you feedback. I don't know. I think of all the social media platforms and the social media communities, I feel like TikTok is the most authentic one. Where, like, I feel like, I don't know, this is going to sound crazy, right? But I feel like when I'm talking to someone on TikTok, I'm actually talking to them and not the persona of them that they make for the internet, if that makes sense. And I feel like with Instagram and Twitter, I'm talking to someone's persona, like the best version of themselves that they put on the internet, So that's just me. But yeah, if I had to like try to go out into the world and find a stranger to read my stuff, I would probably start with TikTok. Yeah. Let's see here. Telling the author your theories is embarrassing when they know they're taking the story in a completely different direction. Is it though? I mean, it's helpful to know what people are going to think because okay, just so y'all know, for book 2, there are going to be a lot of twists and turns and reveals that I think are going to be unexpected, right? But I'm also like, I need to make sure that this twist is just like, oh, snap, I didn't see that coming. And like, oh, snap, what? I didn't see that coming. And it just be like, oh, I don't want to read this anymore because this twist is too twisty. Because we've all had that moment where we're watching a TV show and then all of a sudden something random comes out of left field and you're just like, when did this happen? How did this happen? Why is this happening? And you just kind of get taken out of it, right? I want to make sure that the twists and turns and stuff that I have in my story are like, they're good, like they're tasteful, And so Ben sometimes gets upset with me because he's like, you sit here, you let me rant about my theory, knowing that that's not what you was finna do. And I was just like, but it helps. It helps. So yeah. So yeah. But just so you guys are aware, let me know how you're feeling. But I'm thinking that this next sprint might be the last one. We will see. My goal is to hit my word count goal for today on the stream. But I ain't gonna lie, if I'm within like 55 words of hitting this goal, yeah, I am not. I'm not. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. I'm gonna log off and hit those 50 words off camera. But hopefully I can hit my goal on camera. Let me pull up a calculator really quick so that I can actually check. 2,563 words minus the 1,985 I already have. It's not even 600 words. It's 578. So yeah, I think I totally got this. I think I got this, y'all. We will see. But that being said, we are about to jump into this next sprint. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry. Afroface comment took me out. My boo stopped helping me because I didn't usually take his suggestions. Sometimes it be like that. Can't help it. Some people have the gift, and sometimes it's just like, you know what? That's a great idea, and if you write your own book, I would support that, but it's not going in mine. So yeah. But okay. That being said, I'm going to put 25 minutes on the clock, and as we have been doing, you guys already know what it is. Be productive. Get whatever it is done that you need to get done. I'm going to put the music on, and happy sprinting, you guys.
Forgot what they belong. So now I'm picking a card. It says be on your own. Has the lesson been learned? I'm getting ready, let's go. I'm 2 steps away from setting my vision, I know. But now I'm at the clouds of future I wanna let go. When my head is kinda busy with lyrics and words, I realize that I don't care about the meaning no more. Ay, cause I just wanna stay cool with that. Yeah, I gotta make my living without pushing it. Working on my mental health and sometimes losing it. No bullshit, creatively cooking. I'm 1 step away from setting my business, I know. But now I'm at the clouds of future, just building the flow. When my head is kinda busy with lyrics and words, you ain't perfect, but that's so perfect about ya. And yeah, can't you see you're looking for travel? Try to keep it chill, try to keep it real, but you know you're saying this is my problem. Asking for my wood and then you fucking trip on that. No problem. Backing up on wood, I don't know if you're ready. You keep asking why, but say you're stuck on those lines.
Side note.
Get no copyright.
Side note, you guys. I'm changing the music because this has words in it and it's distracting. So yeah, we're going to change this up. right, you guys. That is it. There is no more to be done. Pencils down. We are done. We are done. So, as I said before, I don't even know what I was saying before. Jesus. Let me know what you did, how you did, everything else down in the comments below. Below. Like, this is TikTok. Let me know how y'all are doing. What you did, what you accomplished, so on and so forth. So, as you guys can see up here, up there above the keyboard, whatever, I hit my word count goal. So, woo! Woo! Happy dance. Happy dance. So, I am at 2,878 words. I needed 2,563, so I'm really excited about that. I will probably finish out this scene because I just need to finish it. So I'm excited. Thank you guys. Thank you. But yeah, so leave it to Ben to do the math. I don't know if I ever told you this. Ben's an engineer, like that's his thing. So he's really good at mathing and numbers. And so he's in here with the math. Like, I wrote 3,872 words since I started at negative 994. So there we go. It's been a journey. It's been a process. And here we are. Let's see here. But Morgan is at 3,123 words for the day. Whoop, whoop. That is how we do it. We crush those goals. Crush those goals. Ah, I love it. I love it. I'm so happy. I sound so light, not unlike myself at this moment. I am tired, but I'm also really, really happy that I got this done. And I'm glad that I did the sprints because I don't think I would have done this if I didn't do the sprints. So good things happening. Let's see here. Afrofray, in all, I wrote 6 pages today. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you guys. Ugh, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm glad that y'all were productive. I'm glad I was productive. I'm glad that everybody was productive. Productivity. I've probably said that word 1,000 times today already, but that's okay. That's okay. So yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out with me and writing. I will be back again next week, Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys want to sprint again, for sure, feel free to come back. Also, like I said, Morgan sprints on her channel every other Monday. So that's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then also Ash Writes Lots. She sprints on her channel at 6 o'clock on Thursdays. So if you're looking for more sprints, those are the 2 that I know off the top of my head. But yeah. That is it. I really hope that if you guys do get into my book, that you enjoy it. Like I said, I had so much fun writing We Are the Origin. I'm having a lot of fun writing the second book, which is We Are Dying Gods. And yeah, if you would like to grab a copy of it, I do sell signed copies through my website, cmlockhart.com. So check that out. There's a link down the description box below, or you can just I think I have the actual direct link. So yeah, that's it. The limited edition has a different cover, has some exclusive character art, has some spicy scenes for adults, and it also has a preview of book 2. So if that's what you're into, feel free to grab a copy. And yeah, that's it. I am tired, so I am going to hop off of this live. Thank you guys again so much for joining me and for being here. I hope you were super productive. If you haven't already, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss when I go live next week. And that's it. So I hope your days are